how to K-swap your Honda Civic for under $1,000. As you see, I got the motor here and the car in front of me. If you're new to the video, this is a K24A4, and we're gonna put it into my 95 Honda Civic Coupe for under $1,000. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. On this video, we're gonna go over the parts that we got in the mail, the prices I paid for them. We're gonna go ahead and install the motor and work on the motor mount for the transmission. And we're gonna go over the ECU situation. I ended up figuring out a more affordable option.
About to fucking clean this bitch up. Got the motor out, all the AC unhooked. She's a dirty girl. Got the motor mount off there. Sheesh. Guys, I got this motor all cleaned up, and I got the CRV mount that I bought for 18 bucks put on there. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a problem, right? So the thread pitch on these are not what they originally were, I think, because I'm pretty sure these would have been what the Accord was, which is this thread pitch right here, and it's not. If you look in there, they're kind of coarse. That's where we're at. I'm gonna figure out the solution, and yeah. In the meantime, look how clean I got this thing.
There's something that I didn't fully understand, and I didn't see it coming. But before we talk about that, we're gonna talk about something else. So, the ECU situation. On the first video, I said that we were going to use a stock computer. If you were going to use a stock computer, you'd have to buy an immobilizer, deactivator, something like that, right? Basically, it makes so that the key that originally was with your car doesn't have to be used and the car will still run, right? That product comes from K-Tuned, and it is $200 plus tax. The other option is K-Pro or K-Tuner. Or there's another option which is called HondaVert, and there's a HondaVert has a few different boards. They also support S300, K-Pro, but anything that's K series is gonna run K Pro, but they have a couple different options. So one of them that we need for our 04 Accord ECU is called Pre-Can. That product on eBay, I seen it for $310. So for another $110 added to the budget, you could tune the engine. If you just got the immobilizer, you wouldn't be able to tune your engine. So that's what we're gonna end up doing for the computer. We're gonna buy the Pre-Can. I think there's some companies out there that can install it for you, but as far as I seen, it's pretty much install it yourself if you can. And I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. It requires to be able to solder, so if you can solder, you should be able to do that job. So yeah, another thing I would like to touch on is the fact that the last video did pretty well. I wasn't really sure if the videos were gonna do that good, but we're almost up to like 3,000 views and 50 likes or something like that, which is pretty good for my channel. So I wanted to say that if you guys are enjoying this build and you guys want to see a little bit further, another thing was that the channel just hit 2,000 subscribers, and I said we were gonna do a giveaway when we hit 2,000 subscribers. So I'd like to give you guys the chance to make that decision on what we do. Go ahead and comment down below what you'd like to see. That way I could hear it from you personally. But also, if you guys just like the video, I appreciate if you would just like the video. If you guys want to see us do a VTEC killer setup on this, so this motor is 160 horsepower. With a VTEC killer setup, you could make over 200 horsepower all motor. You can make up to 250 horsepower, and I'll show you guys how to do that if you guys want to see it. If you guys want to see that, let's get the video up to 150 likes, right? If we get 150 likes on the video, we'll do a VTEC killer setup on this car. And if we get 1,000 likes, we'll do a VTEC killer setup and we'll turbo it. If we get 1,500 likes, I'll give this car away after we do the VTEC killer setup and the turbo setup. So the ball's in your guys' park, guys. It's up to you. Let me know what you want to do down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video. So let's talk about the major problem that we ran into that is going to drive up the price on this K-swap. Alright guys, first thing I want to go over is the motor mount that you just seen me put on. I'm still not 100% sure on the threads, so that was in this box. That was $18. 1.8. Slide that up right here. 18. Now we got the harness. I don't remember the exact price. I think it was $40 or $42. One or the other. So add that up on the screen. Well, there's plus tax, all right? So all these prices, except for that one, I think 18 was with tax. It'll all be right here on the screen though, so. This one was, I think, $40. This is your, bring this over here and show you guys. This is the engine harness. This is just basically a K20 02 to 04 RSX Type S harness. If you're wondering why do you have that harness, well, because that's the harness that all the K-swap kits and stuff like that were based off of, right? So when you're gonna do a K-swap, that's what you need. You can get a factory one, or you can get one off of eBay, or you can get a Rywire. Whatever harness you want to get, that's up to you. We got one right here. It was $40 plus tax. So it's really nice quality. Honestly, pretty impressed with it. For the price, I don't know how they did it. So got that. In this box right here, we have the dash engine conversion harness. So this right here is what you're gonna need to get that K series harness to work with the 95 Civic harness, because obviously that came with the D series or B series, H series type of harness, right? So this is the K series harness. It's a little bit different. So you need this adapter right here for under the dash. This was $40 or $42. I can't remember which one was which, but it'll be right here on the screen. So no problem with that. So you're gonna need this harness right here. This harness, like I said, is what adapts the engine harness to your car. So again, we have barely hit $100, all right? So right here in this big box, we got motor mounts. You can hear me? We have the motor mounts in this box. So these motor mounts I paid $85 plus tax, I think. Anyways, it'll be right here on the screen. So now we're not even over $200 now. We have if you're a fabricator, this is gonna be somewhat of a walk in the park for you. If you're not, you can just spend an extra $200 and get jack span motor mounts. So what I'm talking about, let me show you guys right here. So I got that eBay kit installed that you guys seen, and this side seems to work pretty well. But one thing I did not, also I got those bolts at the hardware store. For anybody looking, they are M12 by 1.75 if you get that really cheap mount, and it comes with a different thread pitch like these. These came in the kit for the motor mounts, but they were too short, and they also go to hold this piece on back there. So anyways, long story short, I was thinking that just this motor mount wasn't gonna fit, right? I was wrong. Neither one, this motor mount or that motor mount, fit. And the ones I'm talking about is the black bracket. Obviously, this is gonna fit the EG chassis all day. That does fit, so you're still halfway there, but you still need the black steel piece to connect this to your transmission and the back of the block in the transmission. So that's kind of where we're at. I haven't fully decided what I'm gonna do. I was trying to see if we could partner with the company and get a sponsor for the motor mounts. It's not looking like that's gonna happen. So the other option is to buy the jack span motor mounts outright, but I'm not that type of guy. That's a good option for you guys. It's just another $200 added to the swap. So if we do end up doing this for under $1,000, which I'm pretty sure we are, I honestly think we'll even have room in the budget for that extra 200, but nonetheless, I'm gonna make them. So that's not gonna happen on this video. That's gonna happen on the next video. If you guys wanna see that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. That's coming up next. So let me show you what we got and why it doesn't work real quick. If you guys are still watching, you guys are the MVPs, like I always say. So here we go. This is the back bracket that you're gonna get, and these would fit a K20 perfectly. So I would like to mention that if you guys are trying to do it for under $1,000, try to get an RSX base model.
because that's going to be a K20 engine and a K20 transmission, and then these mounts would work perfectly. You'd have no problem and everything would just, you'd be good to go. But I got a cord motor, so we have a K24. So if you look back here, this mount would normally go right here, and if you look, there's absolutely nothing for it attached to when it's in the spot it would be in, because the K20 transmission has a tab right here and down there where that bolt and those two bolts attach to. So I'm thinking about potentially using this bracket steel and making another bracket that would bolt onto those 3 bolts and also go onto the bolts back here that the original motor mount had attached to. As far as this one on the transmission, I'm pretty much just SOL, and we are gonna have to build that one from scratch. So that'll be on the next video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.